Well, hello there. I have something a little unusual going on the next either 24 or 48 hours, we shall see. And that is that I am home alone. I haven't been home alone in quite a while, and so I am trying to set myself up to do the things that I need to do in a very, caring for myself, not stressing out my nervous system sort of way. And so I am going to be vlogging it largely because I use my phone as my camera for these vlogs. And if I don't give my phone a job like this, then there's a very good chance that I'll just be like, well, I'm home alone. I don't know what to do with myself or who to talk to. So I'm just going to look at my phone all day long. And I don't want to do that. So I'm taking you along with me as I do some things here around the house. Some of the things that are on my to-do list are recording videos, which again, you won't get to see. You'll get to see the videos themselves if you subscribe, because hi, my name's Casey, if you're new or if you're not, and this is my channel. This is where I talk about creativity and regulating our nervous systems. So if that's interesting to you, then definitely stick around. So that's part of what's on here on my to-do list. Also, I want to batch a bunch of content because I have made this whole plan for how I'm actually going to stop lurking and get back on social media and do some big marketing pushes because all this stuff. We're moving back to the US. I want to do, it's my first holiday season since I've started writing fiction, and I'll actually be in the US, and I actually have my direct store. And so I've got paperbacks that have arrived at my parents' house. I have bookmarks that are on their way to my parents' house, all these things. And I want to make sure that I don't just end up with a box full of books that I haven't sold, but that I've actually done the things I need to do to put them out there. Now I'm trying to be very measured and smart about this, which is why I am batching all this content. I created a big calendar for November and December, essentially all the things I want to post, the emails I want to send. And I really need to get on top of having those things scheduled ahead of time so that I'm not trying to do this all in real time, because in November we are going to fly to the US with 2 cats, get those 2 cats settled there, fly back to Turkey, and then pick up our remaining 2 cats and fly those 2 cats to the US. And then the 4th thing is sleep for 6 days straight, because 3 international flights is a lot. So do you think that in real time I will be able to be like, oh, today I'm supposed to make a post about this? I'll just, yeah, I think I'm gonna be so jet lagged and so out of it that I'm not going to know what day it is or what time zone I'm in. And so if these posts can be scheduled ahead of time and just sort of go out into the world and do what they need to do, and then I can just be looking at my phone going, oh, somebody made an order, I should get that together and send it out to them, then that will be a lot nicer. We will like that. So that's a thing I'm working on today. I'm also working on, as part of that, some gift guides that are going to live on my website. So I need to get those up and running. I have done the outline and found all the products for one of them, but there's 3 more, so I might work on that a bit today. I might not, we'll see, it might be tomorrow. And finally, I have, probably you can see behind me that I have some cat cages, and I'm gonna do a little one-on-one session with each of my cats with a little squeezy treat and their cage, because that's the cages they're going to be flying in. And so we want to just do a little additional acclimation to that, because they weren't a big fan of the hard cages, which we have just donated, gotten new homes for. Yeah, they didn't have a great time. They don't love riding in the car. I'm not sure how they're going to feel about riding on a plane, but these are new cages. They need soft cages to go under the seats on the plane. And so we're going to just do a little fun, get in your cage and eat a squeezy treat kind of time. And those are their favorite treats. I think they're gonna love it. I think probably the most stressful part of that will be that I'll have them in here one at a time with the door closed, and everyone who's outside is gonna be like, let me in there, I wanna have my turn too. But I don't have enough hands to do this with all 4 cats at one time, so it'll be one at a time. Yeah. Okay, that's the plan. Also, I'm going to try to remember to take breaks and feed myself and do all that kind of stuff. But I'm excited to see what I can get done in this time that we have here. And it feels nice to have someone to talk to. And I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, why I didn't think about like vlogging when I'm alone sooner. But there you have it. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I had a little snack and I checked to see if anybody cat-wise was, interested in doing their one-on-one session, and they were all asleep. So I'm gonna give them a little time. I think I kind of estimated out on my to-do list how much time I'd like to spend on each of these things. And I think I'd like to spend an hour working on Instagram and an hour working on the blogs. And so I will probably use my little timer cube. I'm not gonna set it for a full 60 because that's just not how I like to do sprints. I'll probably set it for 20 or 30 and do some of those sessions. I am going to be most likely doing some more recording of that because again, I find myself just like drifting back to my phone. So it's so great to have a job for you to do. And this is an important job. So thanks for doing it. You're doing a really great job. It's been a while since I had a day like this, not just in terms of being home alone, but also that I have more time in the day because as my job is phasing out, as I've shared about before, there's less for me to do. So I simply cannot spend the whole day working and, getting some extra hours while the time is there. So I'm able to kind of put that aside and say, all right, like, what do I want to work on? And yeah, the perk, I guess, of being home alone, as much as I don't love it, is that I get a little self-conscious recording when I know my husband can hear me. I know he's not going to judge me, but like that's just the reality that my own nervous system creates, is that the things that you're saying aren't good enough and they're going to be laughed at and whatever. That's not the case. Historically, he's like the first person to watch any video that I post. But it's nice to just be able to like focus on these things, get a bunch of stuff done. And yeah, that's why I'm going to do just that. So I've recorded a bit today. I'm going to record more tomorrow. I have a plan for something I want to record first thing in the morning. And, in general, I wouldn't be batching quite to this extent. Like I like to record a couple videos at a time, but I'm recording multiple today, multiple tomorrow, because I'm really trying to get ahead of things. So this is going to help with that a lot, help create more space for me to chill out and relax a bit on those travel days. Okay, so I've got my timer. I'm going to set it, I think, for 20, like I said. There's some construction going on outside, which is not my favorite thing. So I will get my headphones and listen to some like focus beats. And yeah, I think I'm going to work on, like I said, the gift guides first, because some of the social media posts for that first week are related to the gift guides. So it makes sense to have a guide to direct people towards. So let's get to it. Okay, checking in again. My timer went off probably almost 10 minutes ago, but I finished another one of the the gift guides. This is the one for the travelers. So I have all the gifts and all their links and all their images. So this is great. I think maybe that can be enough on the vlogs for today. I'm not sure. I might come back to them. I think for right now it's enough because I'm sharing about these like one per week. So this has me good for 2 weeks, even though I still have to create the actual blogs. Yes, I know. But yes, it's a great start. So I think I can start working on Instagram stuff now. I'm so tempted to go wake the cats up one by one and start doing this thing, because I also want to get images, like pictures of them for their passports today, and I'm planning to keep you running while I'm working with them so that I can get the kind of, I'm gonna go from a video and make, because the pictures, they need to be like standing sideways, all visible, so I think it will be easier if I take video and then try to capture still frames from that than if I'm like, hey, smile, sit still, you know. So let's do that now. Yeah, let's do that now. Okay, the cat training endeavor is over. There's a cat at my desk now. It was smart to wait a little bit to do it. I probably should have waited a little longer until it was closer to their feeding time, because this one in particular is like, are you not going to feed me again and again and again? Should we say hi to the people? Okay, she's gonna go somewhere else. I'd say it was a success overall in that I did get everybody in the cages. They all ate their treats. I wouldn't say they love being in the cages, but they love the treats. So I guess as long as we have some treats going on travel days, that'll be good. And also we did get medication, which we need to test out when I'm not home alone, because it feels like a two-person kind of job as far as my anxiety is concerned. So yeah, it feels great to have that done. I think I'll start working on some Instagram content now. I might go outside and feed the cats in the community soon, because I don't want to go out in the dark. It's 5 o'clock. It's not going to get dark yet. But yeah, I'd like to start working on some Instagram stuff too. So let's keep it moving. Okay, I fed the cats in the neighborhood. I went for a little walk. Again, I got too warm. And it's like 5:30 now, so I would like to stop at 6. That's generally my routine. I'm gonna work on Instagram content for half an hour. Then I will feed my own cats and then take a break for dinner. And now I haven't decided yet if this evening I'm gonna do some more of this. Generally, I'm quite good at having boundaries about work and saying, no, we don't do this all around the clock. But if the alternative is to look at my phone and like doom scroll, then I'd rather be working than doing that. So I do want to watch the new season of The Diplomat. I do want to do some reading for my reading vlog, which I might have already posted by the time this goes up. I'm not sure, but we'll see. You'll probably know when I know. Good morning. I didn't come back on here last night, but I did have a lovely evening. I watched the first episode of The Diplomat, season 3. I did some reading, and I didn't work on anything because I reminded myself that like that's kind of how I used to do things. Like back in the beginning of working for myself, I was like, this is important. I gotta do it. I gotta go, do all the things, always be working.
And that's just not how I want to live my life now. So even though there was the temptation, and largely the temptation was just like, if I'm going to be looking at my phone, I should probably be doing something else instead. But it was very easy to just put my phone aside, pick up a book. Someone's thudding around upstairs, so I hope my cats are behaving themselves. And just not do the scrolling thing or anything like that. So yeah, start of a fresh day. I have my coffee. I am doing some recording already, not just this, but some other stuff. And I'm planning to tackle that to-do list again today. So kind of reminding myself that with things like batching, 2 months worth of Instagram content, it's not a project I'm going to finish in one day. No matter how many Instagram experts tell you, like, batch a year's worth of content in 12 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to chip away at it day by day by day. And as long as I'm investing some time in it each day, then it's going to happen. That's just the way I see it. So,
well, it's just about noon. I think the construction has started again outside. So I've been trying to get some work done. I did about an hour on my other job. I was able to get some work in there, which is nice. And I do believe my husband's coming home today, so that means I just have however much time today, which is great because I didn't really feel like spending another evening by myself. So yeah, I might do a little bit more work just to get in a bit more of that like predictable, stable income from my other job. But otherwise, I'm going to be batching some more videos. I have my list from yesterday I didn't finish, so there's like 3 more things I'd like to record today. And then I will probably do 1 more of the blogs, the gift guides, and then work on Instagram content for a while as well. I also do need to edit some YouTube videos. Like I've got all this footage and I don't have anything scheduled for next week yet. So yeah, I'm building up this like backlog of footage to turn into videos, but I have to actually turn them into videos. So probably I will work on that today as well. So there's a lot on the list, nothing to do but just like get into it. So yeah. Hello there. It's been, I think, an hour since I checked in, and I have finished all the videos that I want to record for today. I've done some work. Things are feeling good. I think all that's really left for today is to kind of like lock in, as the kids say. Man, they really say that a lot. If you are one of the people who says lock in a lot, I think it's a great expression. I just realized I've heard it too many times recently. Anyway, I would like to get focused and do some of that social media batching, work on the blog, and do some editing. And I think I don't really need to record that. And I think you have really helped me do a great job of not spending this whole sort of home alone time looking at my phone. So thank you for that. That was really great. I'm going to just offer that as a piece of advice for anyone who's like, oh, I'm home alone, don't know what to do with myself. Just like pretend, even if you don't have a YouTube channel, just pretend you do and start vlogging it. Don't put content out on the internet that says I'm home alone, help, come entertain me. That's not good safety practice, but feel free to vlog it. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna get some more stuff done. I'll probably put some little text on here to say like what I managed to accomplish because I'll probably be so proud of myself for it. But thanks again for hanging out with me. And if you made it this far, then like make sure you're subscribed because, it'd be nice to have you here again when I post another video. I've been sharing my own creative journey as I've become kind of unexpectedly a full-time creative person, and some instructional, educational videos about nervous system regulation for creatives as well. So I'll see you again here soon.